Hey everyone, welcome back to another video in probably a few weeks. I know that's becoming a running trend nowadays with this channel. It literally seems like every single time I try to be like, hey guys, I'm back, something comes into my personal life that wants to fuck over everything I have planned for this YouTube channel and makes me go on a 3-week fucking hiatus every time. All I can say is I'm genuinely sorry. Like, this shit is, even for me, it's becoming really, really fucking tiring. Like, I'm just so over this. Like, I just want to be making content. Like, because I feel like I got nothing to do. And yet, shit gets in my way that, well, just prevents me from doing all of that. And if you guys have seen the announcement thing or the little notification I put up in my Discord server, in my general chat, then you would know pretty much why I haven't been doing that well. If I had to be completely honest, this year, turn off, get rid of some of the sun in my face, although it's still gonna be in and out. This year has definitely been, it's been up and down for me a lot. I think, outside YouTube wise, just hanging out with, my IRL friends and, obviously my online friends that you guys have been seeing in the videos. That's been great. That's probably been the best time I've had all year. Other than that, my life this year has been pretty. I'm trying to find a way that I can really say this without getting into details because I really honestly can't. Due to just my family not wanting to talk about it that much, which I honestly respect them. And I want to respect their wishes. All I'll just say is, over the last, I would say half a year, starting in midsummer, there have been some things going on with a couple family members in my life that haven't been the greatest. Basically coming down to mental health issues and even getting to the point that now, that the police are involved, and now there have been court cases now been going on for a few months. That's all I'm gonna leave it to right now because, like I said, my family does not really want this to be said that much, and I want to respect their wishes on that. Because even for me, it's tough talking about it, and luckily, it seems like we're getting to somewhat of a point right now where it seems like we're at a neutral point where things aren't too bad, but not too great either. Certainly better than how it was a few weeks ago. Because a few weeks ago, it was probably one of the worst points in this whole thing. So I'm glad it's getting to a point now where I could somewhat handle it emotionally wise, but it's still a shitty situation overall, and I it really sucks that I've also had a few times online wise where people that I've talked to, it just didn't really turn out well. That's all I'll say, because I don't want to. I'm not gonna pull up any names. I don't want to put anyone on the spot. Some of it was justified on my end. Some of it wasn't. I will fully admit that. But overall, it's just that this year felt like it was going to be a great year. Considering the fact that I mean, I made the whole video about me, getting done with high school. So I thought, okay, now that barrier is over with, more content, and it's gonna be awesome. Although right after that was like probably one of the most difficult times in my life that I had to go through, and you know, I I never saw it. I never would have expected it to come around that quickly. Um, but that's not like realistically speaking. I should have been like at least making some content just to help ease through the pain. But realistically, the reason why I didn't do anything in terms of YouTube was because I wanted to be there for my family. Because realistically speaking, this was tough on all of us, and I wanted to be there as the biggest moral support that I could be. So that's why I haven't been active on the internet that much recently. That doesn't totally negate me from not posting content earlier this year. Like the first half, like up until June, I've already said that was me just trying to get school done and just getting that shit over with. Um, it was more. I'm more talking about in the terms of like the summer period towards like early fall. Like there, I really have no excuse for me not uploading that much. I realistically should have. Um, but it was really like the beginning of this year and now over these last couple months that I simply was like not in the mood to do it because I had a more pressing matter at hand. Either with the first half of the year being school, just wanting to get it done, and now these last few months dealing with extreme family problems that I feel like I had to take a you know uh it's honestly struggling to just try and figure out a good way of stating this without full out going into details because I realistically can't. Um, it's just that there has been a lot of domestic issues going on that I had to get involved in, and I couldn't just go and make a YouTube video because oh that's gonna be okay. Like I had to spend like 90% of my time helping my family out because of what was going on because it fucking sucked. Um, so yeah, I wanted to get that off my chest right off the bat because I knew people were gonna start asking about, why have you not been uploading that much. I wanted to get that flat out just off the bat because that's the main reason why that's the main reason why I wanted to make this video more than anything, other than it being a December update video, end of year kind of recap, and kind of going over Christmas and stuff like that. This was the main reason as to why I wanted to make this video now, and obviously discuss what 2025 has coming. But I wanted to get that off my chest just to let you guys know what's been going on behind the scenes of this channel. And, I have a feeling that, YouTube has probably thought that my channel has been dead. And realistically speaking, at this point, it probably is. But I am going to try my fucking damnedest to bring it back because I need to, focus on something else. I need to kind of have my mind to a point where I can focus on doing other stuff so that I'm not solely concentrating on this one thing because if I do that, it's not going to be good for me mentally and, all I want to do is entertain and get my, my voice out there for certain situations. For like, talking about movies and stuff like that. But mostly I just want to entertain. And that's what this channel is for. And considering the fact I have not been doing that, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's the main thing I want to get done and over with. I've already spent, 10 minutes talking about that. And it's, like I said, the main reason why I wanted to make this video was to discuss why I haven't been uploading for... Well, I have been uploading, but very irregularly because of all the shit that's been going on. in my personal life. So I want to get that done and over with. Now that particularly, um, you know, issue has been dealt with, hasn't been dealt with, but I just let you guys know about what's been going on. Now I want to discuss about, I guess, to kind of just go over what, how I've been doing other than that. Um, I've been talking with, my friends like Matt and Paul and Dylan recently. Um, Kind of just, hanging out with them, shooting the shit. Just to kind of relax a bit after, because like I said, all the shit that was going on in my personal life. And it really kind of did make me realize, like, I miss doing YouTube. Because like I said, it's a, you know, when shit's going on in my life, it's a good distraction for a bit, just to be like, you know, there's a lot of shit going on in my life personally. Let's go, record a video, play some games, shoot the shit, and just have fun. And that's what I want to try and do in 2025. Considering the fact that I'm recording this on the 30th of December of 2024, this probably won't get uploaded into New Year's Day, maybe Eve, if I can somehow pull it off. But if I had to guess, this is probably going to be a New Year's Day sort of video, just to be like, coming out strong in the new year. And just to kind of just, address everything. So, I got that done, over with. I guess what's going on, real quick, talking about my Christmas this year. It was nice, got to hang out, with friends on and off, like kind of like more later in the day, but mostly just hanging out with my family for most of it. I got the usual stuff like gift cards, clothes. I mean, I'm actually wearing the pair of pants I got on Christmas right now. They're hella comfy. But there are three main things that obviously you guys would probably be more interested in terms of what I got. Well, in terms of what I got on Christmas Day, I got some other stuff beforehand, which I will discuss after this. But all three of these items are movie related, I should say. So I'm gonna grab the first two real quick. Then we're gonna get on today. All right. Oh, but I obviously got the usual stuff like candy and stuff like that. Sour Patch, by the way, bomb. If you haven't had it, I truly feel sorry, because Sour Patch Kids are fire. But anyways, I've gotten two 4Ks on Christmas. The first one being both of these were released this year, but this first one was actually a couple weeks ago. And that is the brand new 4K transfer of Dragon: The Bruce Lee Story, released by Shout Studios. I nearly screwed that up. This is I guess you could say, the biopic on Bruce Lee's life that does take some liberties with how his life is portrayed. I mean, he obviously starred in only 4 films while he was alive, and then 1 posthumously. We obviously have The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, Way of the Dragon. Then he was working on Game of Death before moving on to Enter the Dragon. And then obviously, 6 days before the film came out, he unfortunately passed away. Then the film came out and he turned into a massive, cultural superstar. Then 5 years after his death, the folks decided to bring out Game of Death. The 1978 version, which has gone on to have multiple different versions released by, several different studios, which I'm not going to go into. That's for its own review, which I will definitely want to cover in future. But this is one of those films that, like, I will admit, is massively historically inaccurate, such as, I mean, what was the other big one that was very inaccurate? It might have been It might have been Bohemian Rhapsody, but I don't know. But this is one of those films that I'm like, I know it's not historically accurate, like at all, but I still fucking love this movie. The Jason Scott Lee as Bruce Lee, he actually does really good, even though he looks nothing like him and he's a little bit taller. He does great pulling off his mannerisms, well, especially during the fight scenes. The score by Randy Edelman is one of the best of the '90s, especially like the love theme between Bruce and Linda, the dragon theme, and so on and so forth. This does come with Dolby Vision, yes, but not Dolby Atmos. This only includes the 5.1 surround, which I think is taken from the old Blu-ray, and the 2.0 stereo mix that was released on the old DVDs and Laserdiscs. And the Blu-ray is a 1080p downscale of the 4K, which is nice to have in case you don't have a 4K player. I did have the old 2015 Blu-ray, which is actually back there. The picture on that one is slightly, it's definitely better than the old DVDs that came up beforehand, but definitely could have been better. This one blows that Blu-ray out of the water, and I'm very glad to own this. So, unfortunately, as of right now, this is only a USA title. So if you live, in different territories, then you're gonna have to import it and have a region-free player. Well, good thing is that the 4K in this is region-free, though the Blu-ray is not. So if you want to look at pretty much all the extras, then you have to have a multi-regional player. Which good thing is that, well, unfortunately, this does not come with any new extras except for. No, not even the commentary is new. It's all imported from like the old special edition Laserdisc. It's kind of sad that they didn't get a interview with Jason Scott Lee for this, but overall, I'm still very happy that I own this because I don't know if the previous Blu-ray had that much. It might have had all the same extras, but overall, still very happy to own this in my collection. And then the only other one that I got is actually a film that was released this year, which if you guys have been paying attention to my Instagram and my Letterboxd, you would have known that I actually saw this film in theaters, and that is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I actually really did enjoy this movie. I was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did, and this honestly led me to go and watch the other modern Planet of the Apes movies, such as Rise and Dawn. I have not gotten around to War yet, although that may be something I'm going to have to do in 2025. But I really did enjoy Rise and Dawn. And obviously, having this, or watching this before, it really made me realize, like, okay, there's actually callbacks in this to the other films. So, yeah. Interestingly enough, with this 4K, there's actually two different versions of the film. The 4K disc is the standard theatrical cut that was presented in theaters, which is nice to have. The Blu-ray, on the other hand, I don't know if it does come with a theatrical cut. I don't think it does, although I can check. Okay, yeah, so if you're getting the 4K release, do be warned that if you don't have a 4K player, which would be kind of, I mean, obviously I know I didn't have a 4K player for the longest time, but, if you don't have one, then it's the theatrical cut that was released in theaters, and obviously if you get the standard Blu-ray, is only included on the 4K, because the Blu-ray on this is a full alternate cut of the film that is called Inside the Lens, the Raw Cut, which basically is a split screen. From what I can tell, I've not checked it out yet, but it's a split screen kind of version of the film that compares the final cut, which is the theatrical, then alongside a unfinished VFX version, which I think is just basically like, if I had to assume, because again, I have not seen it yet, either like renderings of all the visual effects in the film, or maybe even storyboards for certain scenes. I don't know, but that's actually going to be a very interesting thing to check out with this. This does come in Actually, I don't think this is Dolby Vision. I don't actually think it is. So, this does not come in Dolby Vision, but it does come in HDR10, and does have a Dolby Atmos track, which I actually did experience in theaters. The sound mix on it is like holy shit. Like it will, if you have a home theater setup, definitely try and get this disc, even if you don't really like it. And this is definitely like one of those that you can show to. I just realized that's like reflecting. I don't know what the angle. Yeah, I was like there. Um, the Dolby Atmos mix on this is insane. It definitely a lot of bass on it with like the music and all the action pieces. It's very good. Um, but yeah, obviously, very glad to have this on 4K, and definitely going to try and get the other three, because I think there is a box set out there that's like going for like $30 right now. So that's $10 for each of the films in 4K, which is really good. Even if they're upscales, they're still gonna look really good. Now, I obviously did say I got three things this year, and I've only shown two of them. The last one is probably the biggest thing I've ever gotten over the last few years, and I'm very, very excited for it. So, I'm gonna grab the box real quick. Yeah, there we go. I have officially gotten a 4K player for my setup. It has taken a while because it's, for the longest time, it was so hard to find a budget 4K player that would give, everything. Because, before it was only like, I think you get like HDR10 and maybe Atmos. But you can never get a reasonably priced 4K player that had Dolby Vision. Like, if you wanted to get Dolby Vision, you have to spend like several $100s. But finally, over the last couple months, Panasonic have come in clutch with, I believe it's called, here, the DP UB550 or 450PK. So this includes, obviously 4K. You get HDR10 and 10 Plus, along with Dolby Vision. And as soon as I saw this, and it's actually, if you want to get one for yourself, these are actually very reasonably priced at just under $200. Because I think this was a gift from my dad, who I don't really see that much, but if you're watching this, Dad, shout out to you. These go, I think when my dad bought it, it was like less than 180, which is really good for for a 4K player, to have all these features. This obviously does play, of course, regular Blu-rays. I think it does even play 3D Blu-rays from the... Yeah, it does play 3D Blu-rays, obviously DVDs and CDs as well. I will say, of course, if you're wanting to get this, I will warn everyone that this only really does play Region A discs. Of course, obviously, if you have Region 3, that doesn't really matter. But do be aware of that. So, you have a disc that's going to go, or that's like Region B or C or some shit like that, this player will most likely not be able to play it unless you mod it. Which, honestly, I'm not going to mod mine because I don't know any of that shit. And, the main reason why I got this player was to play 4K disc, and it does that great. I think I tried Star Trek the Motion Picture because I wanted to see the TV cut that's on the second disc with the theatrical. And my god, it literally looks like a movie that could have been made today. It's so fucking good. Like, the colors are so rich and vibrant. And the Dolby Atmos mix popped. Or actually, no, because the TV cut only came with a 2.0 stereo mix. Or it might have been surround sound. I don't know. But the sound mix on it definitely was a lot of punch. So, if you want to look for a budget 4K player that can do all of the big stuff, and for a reasonable price, go for the 450 by Panasonic, because this is, like I said, less than 200, and it gives you everything. It does 4K, it does HDR10, it does HDR10 Plus, it does Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, along with playing all your previous formats, Blu-ray, DVD, and even if you have some CDs, which I do. You can play this on here and just have some background music while you work. I'm probably gonna throw some like footage of it doing its thing. But I was very, very excited about that. So now I can actually, watch my 4K movies and actually go and get more now because I actually have an excuse now to do it. Um, and I also did say that I did get some stuff beforehand, before Christmas. So I actually got to look back on here to remind myself which games it was. Okay, yeah. So earlier this year, oh, if you guys don't know, which some of you might, I don't know, because I'm only gonna bring this up now because it's like one of the first times I have on this channel. Surprisingly enough, I'm actually slowly getting into the FNAF franchise. Partially due to, my friends, telling me about it, but also, why haven't you at least heard of FNAF at this point if you haven't? So that was kind of like the situation I was in at the beginning of this year where I was like, I sort of heard of it, I've seen some gameplay. Other than that, haven't really heard much about it. And of course, this year was ironic for me to be doing that because this is the 10-year anniversary of the first FNAF game coming out. So obviously, well, I think last year was kind of the start of it because I obviously did grab the 4K of the FNAF movie, which I still have. Yeah, I see it right there. Yeah, I still have it, obviously, because I think it's a good movie. But that kind of kickstarted it for me a bit. And then it was like, okay, let's actually start trying out some of the games. I think beforehand, I only had FNAF 1, which Paul gifted to me, I think, last year. Or maybe early this year. And then Pizzeria Simulator and Ultimate Custom Night, because those are free. You can just add those to your library. So I did not have any of the other games past the first one, except for, obviously, the 2 free ones that you can get on Steam. So Paul, sensing that, gifted me, I think in November, I want to say, he gifted me FNAF 2 and 3 on Steam. I still need to get FNAF 4, Sister Location. I'm not so sure if I'm going to get FNAF World or the VR games, like Help Wanted, just yet. And I haven't gotten Security Breach yet. So those are still ones I need to get. But I have 1 through 3, and then Pizzeria, and then UCN. So, shout-outs to him. And also, I think legit a few days before Christmas, we were talking about, games, because obviously, as of right now, as of me recording this, Steam Winter Sale is still going on. So if you want to buy some games, that you want to get, shoot on to Steam, because they have some cheap fucking prices. But we were talking about some games I wanted, or that we all wanted, and Paul, out of fucking nowhere, just goes and gives me Geometry Dash, which is a game from my childhood, and probably several of your childhoods too. I've been having a blast playing that game recently, which I might be doing a series on. I won't say anything too much, but that's definitely one that I've been having a lot of fun with recently, and I'll definitely see if I could try and stream, like if I do like multi-game streams. That's one I'm gonna definitely try and do, is do some Geometry Dash, because that shit's fun, if aggravating it a few times. So Paul gifted me that, and he gifted me Insomniac Spider-Man 1 Remastered and Miles Morales on Steam. So that was insane. And it also doesn't help that we're finally getting a PC port of Spider-Man 2 coming out early next year. I think literally end of January. So I am fucking hyped for that, and you bet your ass I'm going to buy that as soon as I can. I'm very hyped for those two, and you bet your ass I'm going to be making series on both of those. When? I don't know, because I still have a lot of videos in the backline to do, which I'm going to get to in a little bit. But those are definitely stuff I want to get around to within the next year or so. So expect those two. And obviously Spider-Man 2 when those are done. And on top of that, expect, hopefully, if I can get the resources to make it work, expect more Blu-ray hunting videos, because those, obviously now, like I said, since I have a 4K player now, I actually have an excuse to go and get 4K movies. So I want to try and bring those vlogs back, and maybe also some behind the scenes vlogs, or just, vlogs of just me hanging out with my friends, the Twin Trouble crew, like Dylan, Aiden, all of them. Whenever we hang out and shit. And, vlogs, you meet, obviously the blue bear hunting vlogs and, shit like that. I want to try and do more of those in 2025. Okay, now probably the part that everyone's been waiting for me to talk about. What do I have planned for 2025? I'm going to get this off the bat right now. I am not sure how I'm going to continue Russell's movie reviews, because that's why I wanted the main thing on the channel to be. But I've discussed this before in the past. The original plan I had for that to continue ultimately fell apart because of things that were happening behind the scenes. I'm not going to go too much into that. But as of right now, I do not know if Russell's movie reviews will be continuing. Unless I actually hired an editor, which at this point right now, I cannot do. Maybe if I have, some friends that are willing to edit, videos for me, at least those ones, then, whatever. But, at the same time, a lot of my friends are, handling their own YouTube channels, so they don't have time to go and work on mine, which I totally understand. And B, a lot of my other friends have jobs, so they can't really spend the time to go and edit a video for me, which I also get. So, it's kind of like a double-edged sword where it's like, I don't really know what the fuck to do. So, yeah, as of right now, I do not know what the plan is for Russell's movie reviews. I want to continue them. I really do. It's just that in my current situation right now, I don't know if I can do it. Just by myself. I mean, because as of right now, I think I'm only a couple reviews away from finishing off the Spider-Man series, because I think I still need to do, I think No Way Home and then Across the Spider-Verse, and then that's it, which obviously I have Matt on for those ones. So, trying to edit, both of us talking while also trying to slice in some movie clips as well, that's going to be challenging. Then, of course, all of the series I wanted to do afterwards, like the Bond series, that was the big one I wanted to do for season 7. I wanted to do a Redux on Studio Ghibli with a friend of mine that ultimately fell apart because of, stuff that happened between us two, just differing visions. Stuff like Star Wars. Never wanted to do Star Trek again because those early reviews those were bad. Superman, I definitely want to get back to, concerning the fact, I have the 4Ks now, so those, I can provide better images of those. I might actually, this year, I'll see what I can try and do. I might do a 4K, collection video this year. I'm not sure, though. But we'll see how that goes. I'm definitely still, I think the next the next regular video I'm going to do is Fortnite Chapter 6, because I know people are wondering, where the fuck have those videos gone? Because the last one I've done, in general, just last video entirely, was the live event for Chapter 2 Remix. I will let you guys know right now, I have footage for a Chapter 6 video, an OG video, and a Spider-Verse video for when the skins came back, like the Miles Morales and 2099. I have footage for all 3 of those games. Those are ready to go, or at least start editing. Which I will probably start working on the Chapter 6 video after New Year's. This is the next big video I'm gonna do, or the next regular video. I have the Superman documentary trailer, which I still need to edit. I think that one I filmed in October, I think. Still haven't done that. I still need to upload the Plants vs. Zombies video, the Garden Warfare one, because I think I filmed that in September or some shit like that. That one I still need to get up. So I think what I might do is I'll do Fortnite Chapter 6, then I think I'll do the Garden Warfare video, then OG, then the Superman trailer reaction video, the documentary one, because I know a lot of people have been actually asking me if I've seen the, I forgot the director's fucking name, but the new Superman movie that's coming out in 2025. I have not seen the trailer yet because I wanted to wait until I do a reaction video on that. So once I get the ball rolling again on videos and like actually start getting low on videos that are ready to go, I'm definitely gonna film that. I also need to film the new trailer for Sonic 3 since I did the first one back in, I think it was November. I gotta have to check back on that. Back in September. So I definitely got to do that. I got to do the Sonic 3 second trailer. And I still need to go see the damn movie along with the Chris Reeve documentary because that's actually on Max now, so I actually have an excuse to watch it. And then there was like one or two other videos that I want to do, but I completely forgot what the fuck they were. If I remember that, I'll probably put like a text box up saying what they were. If not, I'm gonna look like a right dumbass. I think that's pretty much it. I'm probably gonna be reminded as soon as this video goes up by like one of my friends saying, "Oh yeah, you said you're gonna do this," and I'm gonna be like, "Oh fuck, I forgot about that." I've been chatting again with some streamer friends, like Ballomatic. I popped into his stream last night, which was nice. You know, I haven't talked to him in probably like half a year at this point because of the whole incident that happened with his Discord server, which was it was fucked up. But you know, finally got the pop into this chat again. I'm definitely gonna talk with him more. Probably gonna hop onto Nicholas's streams again, just chat with him. I'm definitely gonna try and upload more consistently than I did the last half of this year. I'm definitely gonna try and improve that in 2025. I mean, considering the fact that this video is going up in the new year, that's something I feel like. Then yeah, next I'm gonna work on the chapter 6 video. Then yeah, we'll kind of just go from there. I think I run a poll on either the community tab of my YouTube channel or in my Discord server about what video you guys want to see next, and I'll kind of just do that whenever a new video is about to be uploaded. Yeah, we'll kind of see how this goes. I just realized I'm recording for over 40 minutes now, so I mean, I'm pretty much none of this is gonna be like, well, except for like bloopers I've had. I'm really not gonna be cutting this that much, so probably gonna be like just over 40. I don't know, but yeah, I think it's good to officially say I'm back on YouTube. Some might be like, dude, why the fuck are you even doing it? This is what I feel like. This is what I want to do. This is what I need to do honestly for myself because, like I said at the beginning of this video, shit's been going on a lot personally, and even I mean I didn't say this before, but it even got to the point where I nearly was having panic attacks because of the shit that was going on, and just having full out freakouts and like just emotional breakdowns. Because of all this shit that was going on, and it fucking sucked. And I think a good reason why that was happening to me because I never had anything to kind of sidetrack my mind off of that and be like, this is like a good distraction. Yeah, talking to my friends was nice, but that only lasts a while every day, and and even some days you might not talk to them at all, and that really fucks you up because you have no one to talk to really except for your family, which is good. I'm not saying you shouldn't, or I really shouldn't have, but most of the time for a while it just we'd be talking for a bit, and then all of a sudden some new information about the shit that was going on would be dropped on me, and I would just be like what the fuck. So it was a struggle for a while. But I will say it's probably gonna be going on for a little while longer, so if I do have big gaps in between video releases, that's most likely why, and I will address that if that is the case. But I think now that I'm at a good enough position mentally to be like, okay, I have been deflecting this for so long. I really shouldn't have, but I have, and now that I have, I'm realizing more now than ever, I need to get back into doing YouTube because deflecting it for so long made me realize like how much of a good distraction it can be for me sometimes. And that's what that's what I really should have been doing. So, from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry. I have not been uploading really at all. Maybe like once a month, if I'm lucky. But here, I think I could at least say I'm gonna upload or try to upload at least twice a month. Because I know many people say that's not enough. You gotta start off slow before you can really start saying, maybe 3 times a month, maybe even once a week, because that's a lot to say out of one freaking person. But it's like whatever. You gotta start off slow before you start getting into more actively doing that stuff. Well, I guess I should real quick before I end this off, kind of just go off of you know how the YouTube channel went, and then I guess like really like what was like my favorite video that I've done, because I might honestly do that now for these update videos, like end of like year update videos. Is just say like what was like my favorite video of the year, and how we did overall. So yeah, I only really did most of it was Fortnite, and most of them were just stream recaps. Yeah, because it wasn't until episode 23 of the Fortnite series where I really started like editing them. But I think overall, I mean, considering the fact that most of it was Fortnite, I think the best one I did, honestly, was probably I would have to say the Chapter 2 remix video, because that one was a lot of fun to do. Going back to one of the prime eras of Fortnite, in my opinion. Chapter 2 Season 1 was good, but it did last a little long. But Chapter 2 Season 2 was fucking fire. I think we could pretty much all admit that. And then Chapter 2 Season 3 was really good as well. But yeah, going back to one of the prime eras of Fortnite with musical collabs as well, with fucking Snoop Dogg and fucking, Juice WRLD and Eminem. That was great. And so far with Chapter 6 and OG, we've been having some really interesting collabs with this season too. So I'm definitely looking forward to see what 2025 has in store for Fortnite. But if I had to pick a video, I guess, that was not Fortnite related, that I would say was like my favorite from this year. See, that's difficult because I only did like what? Yeah, so I only really did like 7 videos this year that were not Fortnite related. You know what? Screw it. I would say the Spider-Man Far From Home review, because that was kind of like the return at the time for Russell's movie reviews, and that was sick as hell. I really like the edit that Franco did for me back then, and that it was very condensed from what we had, because I think we recorded that over like I think an hour. And he condensed it down to like just above a half an hour of footage. So he killed it with that edit. I really do wish that we kind of continued doing the the Russell's review shit. I really do, because I think he would have been very good at editing those, but shit happened that even I admit really shouldn't have. And yeah, so like that's why I said earlier, like I'm not so sure about the movie reviews, because he was the primary editor of those, and, we had a falling out, and, yeah, I'm not sure if he's willing on doing those again, not gonna lie. Even if he is, I feel like it would be a while before we even did one. But, I mean, it's kind of like, shit happens. And, not saying it was for good that it happened. I mean, definitely at the time it fucking sucked, and then I realized, like, it was more just, that's how life is. Just shit happens. You think it's good in the moment, then you realize long term, like, yeah, maybe it wasn't. So, that's how it kind of is for me. That's how I see it. But, yeah, I think that's really about it for what I have to say in this video. I hope you guys had a great 2024. Probably better than what I did, or what I had for this year. I'm just hoping that 2025 will be better. And all I can say is see you guys in the new year, because like I said, I'm recording this the last couple of days of 2024. So by the time this video goes up, it probably already be 2025. But see you guys in the new year, and yeah, I don't know really what else to say. But, I don't know. It's kind of a weird way of ending this sort of thing. Oh yeah, I guess I never really showed this on the channel, but yeah, I got you know one of these. So I probably already guessing like one of the comments is gonna be like, dude, do a Clone Hero or do like a Fortnite Festival video. Yeah, I don't want to get copyright up the ass because I already got that with my fucking live video because of the copyrighted music on there. So I don't know about that one, Chief. This is more of just for personal, you know, Clone Hero fun. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys in the new year with my video on the start of Chapter 6 of Fortnite. And then we'll kind of go on from there. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this update video. I know it was long, almost an hour. But I had a lot of things to go over. And, yeah. But see you guys in the new video. Peace out, everyone.